I'm Tammy Grant, and I'm with Tri-State Media Services, and we've got Michael Booth behind the scenes, editing and doing all the background work. And we're here with the Chris family, and we're going to introduce them, and then they're going to explain some things and talk about the business itself. This is Renee, Lori across from her, Dwayne, and Jonda's in the background trying to hide. She's hiding from us.
Yeah.
But Dwayne, would you care to elaborate a little bit on talk about the business itself, how it started, and how far you all have come?
Well, it started in 1960, and how it got started was with my grandfather, James Arthur Crisp, was a iron worker, and his son Bob was an iron worker too. But I don't think he was on the trip with him. He went on a trip for iron working to Beaumont, Texas.
Wow.
And he saw a cinder block building just like this with the red checker roof around it, and it was a dairy bar. And it inspired him. And that my granddad said, when I get back home, I'm going to build one of those.
Yes.
So in 1960, they actually leased the property at a sorry, right across from us where Speedway is now.
Right.
And we were there for 10 years. And actually, US 60 was only 2 lanes at that time.
Wow.
And we're there for 10 years. And after 10 years, Ashton Oil didn't want to renew the lease. We found out later they were building the first convenience mart, Save Mart. So we came over here, or Dad came over here. I wasn't around yet. And he bought this piece of property, and it had the house in the middle of the property, with that house got moved to right over there.
Okay.
And we still use part of that house as our dry storage, and we rent part of it out.
Okay.
Then he built this one, and built this one probably twice as big as the original one. Oh, as he said, I don't want to run out of later on in the 70s and 80s. He said, I ran out of room again. So that's how I got started. My Uncle Bob, my granddad, James Arthur, and my dad, Raymond Arthur, got together, built it. And actually, they were into building houses, so they built most of it themselves. They hired, I'm sure, some of the concrete work and probably the block laying. But as far as the internal and the plumbing, Dad, he done a little bit of plumbing. He done a little bit of wiring, and back then you could do it.
He was a handyman.
He was. He was a jack of all trades and pretty good at most of them. You know, he didn't know everything about all of them. And that's one thing I really remember about my dad. So it's been in this location since 1970, and we like to service the community and anybody in the Tunway, and we hope they come here and get something to eat.
Excuse the numbers, but that's people that are eating here. That's what we want to happen.
Yes.
Anybody can come. It's just a family. Do any of you all want to elaborate on the family business itself and what it has sold in your families?
Well, for me, it's like my older brother as I built it in it started out over the others thought that in 1960, in the May of 1960, and I was born in September of 1960. So the business is 3 months older than I am. So I just told my age, but it's been a part of our line.
I was thinking about that exactly the other day. If we can, it's just something that is part of we grew up having, and we wouldn't know what to do if we didn't have it.
And my kid and their kid and my daughter-in-law, my daughter, loves to come visit, and she's the skinny little thing. And when she comes down to visit, she'll get foot long. I mean, oh, my cheeseburger, Lord, I get some ice cream and that's you know.
Right.
And she just loves it.
And your question, you asked, what has it provided us? My dad was a machinist at Armco. Well, 30-some years, 30, maybe 29 or 30 years, in addition to running it.
Okay.
And but it also, each of us with our college education, over and above his salary.
That's amazing.
I don't know that we could have got our colleges paid for just on the machinist salary. And this extra business and his extra side hustle is what we call it now. Helped us get our college educations. Appreciate the extra work that my dad put in doing that.
Vacation somewhere every summer.
Yeah.
And a trip to Disneyland or Disney World, and then Dad wouldn't go back because he goes, that was too busy. Too hard.
Oh, sensory overload.
Yeah. We all and little extra trips every once in a while, and those were the times we really got to see Dad because he was working a lot.
So he loved farming, And with my mom brothers, he had fun over him everything. When he was working, he was working. Yeah, when he took a vacation or a mini vacation, that's when we got to spend time with our dad. Or when we were working, hey, you come and hold this for me. You come and do this. And he was trying to teach me, but it just didn't sink in.
Some people don't. I don't.
But most of he absorbed a lot of information.
I bought some tomatoes off of him like 2 or 3 years ago, and they were the best homegrown tomatoes I ever had.
He loved to roast his garden.
Yes, he done a good job at that.
We served some of those tomatoes here every year.
Yeah, y'all put them on the sandwiches.
They'll put them on the sisters have their road license for your motorcycles. Don't know.
Okay, I'll still pay you. Listen, I need you to help me with something.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And am I correct? But every child and grandchild has worked in this business. You're all. Somebody's smelling. It's not. Yeah. I'm like, it's a bunch of people.
I think all kids and grandkids, at least a little bit, has worked it out.
Leah didn't work as much. She always worked on a traveling team.
Yeah.
We always say if it's really busy and you're here, you may get called up.
And that shows the closeness of your family.
It shows that a family is involved in this, but we also try to extend that family feeling to our employees. And
Customers too.
we've got employees in this building right now that have been here 15 years or more.
That one's name.
Betty Coons.
Betty King.
Yes.
Wow.
43 years. For her whole life, she started when she was 16, and she went until she retired. And working on these hard floors, she had to go get her knees replaced.
Oh, wow.
Under 40s.
Oh, yeah, I can measure that. Believe me.
Had a weird dedication to this business.
Right.
But we've had several people that spent 15 years in the teams, 10 years, and we try to get to know our people and be friends, not
Right.
an employer.
So you all, let's go on back down here a little bit.
Okay.
When Raymond, can I call him Raymond or
Yes.
Mr. Crisp? Always called him Mr. Crisp.
Yeah.
He just recently passed away,
Yeah.
and we seen the big outreach
Yeah.
in the community. Like I watched the procession go through this parking lot.
Kniff, and I'll speak up for Kniff. They thought of having the procession come through the parking lot when they were taking Dad to and they actually had someone stand over here in a good position to get the sign and to get the person. Needless to say, you met this crowd when we saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, well, whenever in talking about that, he was just he had a lot to do with the community too.
He was big in his church.
Yeah.
He was on the church school board, church board
Yeah.
for that's a Sunday school teacher for many, many years. And he done a lot for this in different lines.
Yes. I mean, you can tell by just talking to people.
Yeah. We'll move into a little bit. We got our 65th anniversary shirts on right here. We had planned on with Dad thought he remembered that we opened up in 1960. He thought it was in May. We had planned on doing a celebration in May.
Yeah.
Well, his health took a turn for the worse in May. So we postponed it, kept postponing it, and then actually Dad did pass away in June at 88 years old. And so we're just now getting around to having our 65th anniversary special.
Yeah. And you want to elaborate on that a little bit? It's next weekend.
You might not talk in the month if you want to talk about.
If y'all want to talk about the big celebration that we're having next weekend?
All right, we just kind of kept putting it off because we didn't feel like it,
Right.
Here's your father, and we were all very close to him. We got to do it because he would want us to. What would he want us to do? We always on the every 5 years when it's a major anniversary, do a little something special.
Right.
And I've had 60th anniversary search, and we had the other 25th anniversary. Yeah. So we chose like next weekend, a few weeks ago, the
27th and 28th.
September 27th, 28th, which is a Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, we plan to have 65-cent hot dogs.
Wow.
Do have the lunches, but 65-cent hot dogs. And also for both days, 65-cent soft serve ice cream, which does include tangerine twist.
Yay.
My favorite before. But the lemons are usually at 4, so we just kind of made it out. There you go. And then on Sunday, 65-cent hamburgers along with the ice cream cones. So
Awesome.
that's what we decided we would use to celebrate 65 years.
And we've ordered more T-shirts as of yesterday that hopefully we'll have in time that we can sell our 65th anniversary T-shirts on the 27th and 20th.
So those will be in your T-shirts. Will we have a box.
We have the box, but we ordered a second.
You know, a lot of people still want these, and you're going to be shipping some too, I'm sure.
Would you?
People from all over the area, I mean, United States, when they move away, the first thing they want is crisp dairy treats.
These shirts, and it's got a picture, a graphical picture of the building.
Well, that's bad. Yes.
I think it's very well done, and I want to call out Area Advertising, which helped us do the artwork
Right.
and is doing the shirts.
Awesome.
So I'm going to
They look really nice.
They look really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can buy them for $15 each. So that'll be the price.
And they will be available Saturdays, starting Saturday. $15 a piece. All right. Anybody else want to say anything as far as that goes? The celebration or anything?
We're all planning, so if you want to come say hi to us, we'll be here.
Yeah. Come and say hi to it. Yeah.
To show you some, the last year we did this on the 60th anniversary, we were extremely busy, and we are very thankful for that. But it turns it into a hard day for us, but we're very thankful.
Maybe we shouldn't tell this piece of history, but I remember the 25th anniversary was something we learned a lesson not probably to do again. We had everything half price.
Oh,
And we couldn't handle a business, and we couldn't get the cars couldn't get on the lot, and that's something you can't do that much. So we kind of scaled back. We've learned over the years to be able to handle the business and have it be more of a celebration instead of being so overwhelmed. It was really overwhelming. We've got a picture of it somewhere, and it's just amazing how many cars was on this lot.
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah,
I bet it was packed.
it was.
And that's
So when it's a lot of history, you wanted me to try to remember some history, and it's awesome.
That's what makes Chris Dairy Treat.
Yeah.
The history of it, the past customers, future customers, the present customers.
Yeah.
Without them, you all wouldn't have a business.
The raise number one.
Always. And that was embedded in me
Yeah.
for many years, and it grew on me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's part of being a business owner.
And we're gonna going forward. I'll announce this now. We're gonna State Media Services
Yeah.
to go into more social media work on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I can't remember all of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit several of them and use that as future advertising. Friends here. Well, old friend.
Well, we've been friends for many years.
Acquainted.
Yeah. That we're acquainted after many years too.
It stands with the new business.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's perfect.
The question earlier, what was it like growing up in the Crisp family? And yes, well, I married into the family. You married into it, relative. But I will say this: growing up here, we grew up less than we're right at 2 miles away, and we came here. This was a staple of my life always. We tried to have Chris once a week or once every other week. And I don't know how many times that we would come after church on Sunday nights, and we would all get together, and a whole youth group of us would come, and we'd get ice cream cones or Sundays, or some people got more. But it was just a place that you felt safe.
Yes.
You still do. And you could sit in the parking lot or go over into Arm Cove Park, but we would just feel safe sitting here. And there was always, even if you didn't plan it on Sunday after church,
Right.
especially Sunday nights after church,
Right.
there would always be 5 or 6 people from church, and you're always talking to somebody or always meeting somebody. And I think it's good to you just to remember those wonderful times.
Yes.
On this lot, that's it.
And that's word safe.
Yes,
And that's in all aspects of life.
absolutely.
There is a story that she told that she's not telling. When she grew up, she always wanted to come to Crisp, and they said, we can't go to Crisp all the time. So her response was, when I grow up, I'm going to marry the owner of Crisp.
When we first started dating, it was not too long ago. My mom repeated that. She goes, "Do you remember saying that?" I was like, "Right, I did. She did too."
Wow. Wouldn't that be nice to have it on video or something? And then here you say, the owner of it. Go with the partnership here. How's this work now?
Well, when I bought in, it was 25 to 30 years ago. I went into the owner, Danny, inventory. I would have to go back in records, but believe it or not, there was a person from Huntington that had made an offer and was going to buy the dairy trees. Always growing up, I knew what it had afforded us extra things like our college, and I always asked for first refusal. And so when it came that hand, I said, Dad, you always told me I'd have first refusal. So I went to the bank, and the bank was supportive, and I was able to buy my granddad and my uncle's farm. And when I did go through my divorce, I had to rearrange and
Right.
sell some of my shares back to Dad. We were half and half. And so now, since Dad passed away, and me and my wife were partners with my sister Renee and John. We're all for our own room.
And that's amazing that you all can work together.
Yeah.
And it's hard for families nowadays. And I do know that.
And there's something that gets us nervous.
Yes.
You know, we might argue a little bit, but we're doing it for the good of the business.
That's right.
And for the legacy.
The legacy, the legacy is the big part.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, anybody that's lived in this area, it has been a staple.
Thank you.
A staple to the customers, to families. I want to start crying. It's big. It's big in this area. And anybody that comes back, they want Chris Dairy Show.
One of the very first things whenever I would be out of town, second, I went in Chris Dairy.
Of course.
I want to just cover.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we have friends in Texas. We have friends in Indiana. We have friends in Florida that we know of. I mean, there's friends everywhere, but those people, we have sent Haskell to Indiana with dry ice.
Right. Yes.
And it to other
Yes. We done the same thing at Giovanni's.
Those things.
It was this spring, a guy I worked with he was getting ready to go out west camping. And he said, can you make me 6 quarts? He got 6 quarts, drugged them, and took them on his trailer and went out west and enjoyed our hot dogs all over the western part of the United States.
That's amazing. And if anybody don't know Chris Dairy Trade, I feel sorry for them. I really do. Because you all have been in business so long. I would love to have that hot dog sauce recipe, people. Like, that's a staple.
It's a secret, just like
Come on now, Dwayne.
Coca-Cola
Come off with it.
I had to get married into the family together.
There's nobody else coming, so I guess we're out. We're just going to have to come and buy it. And now, with me, when we have a cookout, this is where I come to get the hot dog sauce.
Okay.
Yes, we always get the hot dog sauce, and I always make sure I grill my hot dogs. I have to have my hot dogs grilled. Okay.
You had mentioned about what future plans we have.
Yes.
For the winter, we're talking with you and with you. We may offer some new, maybe winter hardy meals or some new menu items. Is what we're thinking about.
Maybe some hearty chicken and dumplings.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe hammies. Chicken and dumplings.
Maybe so.
That could be in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Soup beans, cornbread, soup beans and cornbread. Who doesn't like the cornbread that you put on the grill and flip it?
Yeah.
I love it. That's my favorite, and put a lot of butter on it. You know?
When we've also thought about, but it's scary to do, is a food truck
Yes. Oh,
and park it downtown. So they put this in the mint, but to make it's a big investment in very cost to run, and I know that risk. But that's an idea. That's not development that I know usually throw that out to me. I know Chick-fil-A done it last year.
run it for you.
Yeah. I've got some ideas, but mainly we want to keep this core as this. And we want to keep improving it.
Yeah.
A continuous improvement.
Right. That's exactly. And that's what your goal is, and all of your goal is, right? To
right.
let's build it. Let's see how far we can go with it
Uh-huh.
and take off and run with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Two little things I want to mention. We forgot something about the 65th anniversary. We're throwing out one of those new menu items. Well, they know barbecue burger.
No.
So we're going to have a new menu item, and it's going to be a burger with barbecue sauce and onion rings and bacon and cheese, and so it's going to be a new burger, a
For a limited time.
for limited time.
Yeah.
Come on now. Just the externalities always, you know, when they're listening, they make up their own creations, and they came up with this, and they really liked it. So they've been asking us, can we do it? And so we said that would be a good idea. Doing our dad's in memory of Dad, and call it Raina's barbecue.
Oh, you know, that's amazing. I'll get one for sure. I will be ordering mine because it sounds good. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to just see a picture. Whenever you all get it together, let me know. I'll come over and take pictures.
I'm gonna try to have it for the 65th anniversary weekend.
Yeah.
We're not sure we can get everything ready, but we should be around Katie.
Yeah, and we're going to try to be here and make a commercial for you all
Okay.
with that, with the 65th. How amazing is that? 65 years, actually going on 66, right? You're very close to that. For a business to be in business that long
Yeah.
is unheard of.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well, we hope to make it 65 more with the Lord's help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Praise God on that one.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to mention is there have been some people complain that our sauce is not the same. Well, we have the same recipe, the exact same recipe. But I will have to say that sometimes it's what have they called the people that bring us our product? Suppliers. The word escaped me. But sometimes our suppliers don't bring us the same quality as we've had before. And we'll go out and search for the best quality that we can find. And right now we are using meats from White's Meat. That's what I was getting ready to say. And there is improvement. And we've had also an issue. We lost our grill. Our gas grill.
I just
I found it stuck.
stove.
Well, it died on us. Well, they're in the way of thing and doing, and so we've been making it, the VL recans, right? But we are purchasing a new one and going to continue using the same recipe.
Yep.
And it in our bed.
And I even say we even cook them in the same kettles that they've probably been here 30 years at least. They may have been here the whole 65 years. I don't. They're two big kettles that we cook it in.
Wow. I'm a cook, as you all know, and I feel like it's the love you put into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel that love here with you all. And I thank you all for bringing me into this too. We just recently started talking about all this, so it's in the works. But it's the love that you put into your cooking.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened here.
All right.
Your mother, she was a big staple here, right?
Well, my grandmother.
Grandmother and mother. I remember your mother having to pick up food. She was back there.
Yeah.
Mom was the bookkeeper before Jonda. I mean, she was the bookkeeper the whole time until she passed away, and Jonda took the job.
Well, earlier on when we were kids, Mima and Papa Chris, they woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And they would come over here, and Mima would sit there and probably do at least 50 pounds, sometimes maybe even up to 100 pounds of pillow.
How many?
I don't know if we did 100 pounds back then, but there's days during our summer times now that we'll do 100. Not that we sell all those in one day.
Right. You prepare them and get them ready. Yeah. And you have to. You have to get them ready.
Yeah.
Right.
Because of your business.
Sorry, go ahead. You're doing all the peeling and cutting off the ends and get them ready. Oh my gosh, ready to be sliced or chopped or and pushed out to make onion rings. That's all done fresh every day.
Yeah.
And by hand.
The dipping and battering is done fresh every day. We don't do that head. We peel and maybe slice a head.
Yeah, but I feel like you all have the best onion rings. Around.
We got the boat from Ashland Independent, for some years.
More than that.
Yeah. Several years for the onion rings. We've got it before for the hot dogs, or we've got it before or ice cream. So the time we get it for the onion rings.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, I'm going to change it a little bit. We're going to talk about your employees. And just kind of elaborate on how you all treat your employees and how you feel about your employees.
Well, like I said earlier, we try to keep them as friends or treat them as friends and family.
Right.
We do close certain holidays, so you can have holidays off.
Yes.
Some other restaurants, bigger chains, don't close.
Right.
Times when they're in a pinch, we've provided loans to a good many of our employees at no interest.
Right.
And
That's amazing. He won't mind that. After every week that we've agreed on $25,
Right.
To pay back a loan.
And that gives them a chance to do what they need to do with,
We have emergency or call. No, I have to do this. And so, been very fortunate, and I know Raymond. I heard stories that he even signed loans.
Oh,
A second
Those are
on
so something.
like heard of actually.
Yeah.
we do that, and
Well,
And some employees that wanted extra work on top of what we gave them here, he would take, like Ricky that works here now, would go over and work with that against Carter, our extra pay on top of guy's paycheck.
right.
Or he would provide extra work if he could figure out something that would help our employee. And there was something else I was going to mention, and it's get my mind.
Back in the day when I was a teenager, my grandparents they had 2 or 3 employees start out by living with them. Oh, I had extra bedrooms in my arteries, and they would live with them. And one of them became a real good friend, and I would go out to the movies with her and go places with her. Yeah, they help people by having them live with them to get a start. That's amazing. And right now, I don't know. I think it's great, and I hope, and we think it's great. But I have some of our employees come from the Oklahoma jail.
Yes. Oh, great.
You know them.
Yes. Please.
Work release. William? Yes. And you won't know coming up to the window who that is. You won't know. Right. And it doesn't matter because they are working at improving themselves.
Right.
And better.
And we're all about that.
So
People that have graduated from Journeys.
we also have people that have been at Journeys, the rehabilitation center. Yes. Right. Some of them are still there. They come here and work, and then after they graduate, they stay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and also have teenagers from 16 on up, trying to give them their first job and them in that way. If their cars are able to travel, right?
The other thing that did come back to me is we have them, if they need something, a certain day off, we allow them to put in a certain request, a schedule request, and it needs to be a legitimate reason. And we're trying to work with them so they can get to their doctor's office. Oh yeah, or go to your daughter's graduation or someone's birthday party. If they put it in time, and it's a legitimate request, we try to honor their schedule request as best we can.
So they're homecoming dance.
Oh yeah, is there homecoming there?
Many employed right now. I mean,
I think it's under 25. It would be between 20 and 25.
that's a lot.
It has at some points during the summer been up to 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have to have that, especially in the summertime. Yes. Any given day you drive by here in the summer and it's packed.
Yeah.
Like you can't even get on a lot at times.
I'm skipping to a different subject, but we were talking about it before we got on here. Is one thing we do miss that I grew up is playing Little League baseball. When you won, everybody jumped, but you can't jump in the back of the truck anymore.
I know.
The whole team used to jump in the back of the truck, and they would come over here, and the coach would. And we would get. Yeah, most of the time they would call us from the ball field. They give us the order, and then we would give them at a decreased price. But that helps instill those young kids wanting to come.
Yes. Yes. And you've seen that all the time. You drive by here in truckloads of kids in the back of the truck. And back then you could do that.
Well, baseball's going on right now, but Renee mentioned soccer's going on. So when the winning soccer team wins, bring them on out here and get them some milkshakes.
That's right.
Or bring the losing team for a consolation.
There.
Bring
milkshakes. Hey, that's a good thought right there.
Nigga number 98.
We don't even go in that. Okay, so we talked about a lot on here about the family, about what it means to the community. Hoops Dairy Treat.
Yeah.
Address something that's a little hard to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna let you take over with that, Dwayne.
There was an incident on Facebook where we had our own private group, and we had some employees that keep forgetting to clock in. And I thought I was putting it out on our private Facebook, and I put that if you don't clock in or out, you won't get paid. Well, it's misconstrued. What I meant to say, won't get paid this pay period, because we pay every week, and it's got to be in by a certain time because we do auto deposit. And all I meant was the incidentals that was in question, if we didn't have time to review them on cameras,
right,
they might not get on this pay period, they would get on next pay period.
So that's what was left off.
That was one was like
And you didn't mean for it to even go out there. Okay?
mine always understood what I meant.
Right, exactly.
But it got
That's some wrong hands. I read when I got on there. I read it, and I was dumbfounded. Actually, it broke my heart. I'm like, why are they attacking this establishment that's been here for all these years that everybody loves?
Well, people like that are looking for scandals to increase their numbers,
Yeah,
their likes on Facebook. And if that's what they choose to do to make their living, then they can choose to do that.
yeah.
And my next comment would be is I was taught if I can't say something good about something, to not say something at all. So I think maybe we could go on to something more positive from now.
Yes, that is a good aspect of that. And there was one other thing. You all pay everyone. You necessarily
Never would even consider not paying somebody for work they've done.
And on top of that, with treating waste, no, I'll never. And we also pay for 2 breaks, so they get 2 breaks where they are still getting paid. And if they work more than 40 hours a week, we pay time and a half.
I just wanted to clarify that because there were some things that I've seen and read myself. I wouldn't say it unless I read it myself. And it said to that aspect of it that you all were an employer.
Yeah.
And there's one comment I do doubles. Well, there are some people that do work a double, and that means they work the morning shift and the evening shift. But they never are made to do a double. They're always there drawing the double. Would you do, because in the summer sometimes we really don't have enough footing and we need the help. And some of the people want the extra money.
Yeah. And when they put in their schedule request, they asked for it. I said, I want 2 doubles this week. I think
Really? Person, I just wanted to address that because it got around on social media that, all the negative stuff that I had just addressed. I don't even want to say anything about it anymore. But I just wanted to clarify that I know deep in my heart it's not true. And I just want to ask you, plus, we're going to talk to a couple employees here in a little bit.
right.
And we're just going to go handpick them.
Okay.
Not from you all. We're going to be doing it ourselves.
Yep.
Me and Michael.
You're welcome to talk to any one of them.
And but we'll do that here a little bit later.
Can I add one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Our employees also, we try to provide a really fun environment too. I mean, it is hard work, but there's always someone telling a joke or laughing.
Right.
One of our employees sings and dances sometimes while he's working, and it provides that humor. And our employees aren't afraid to bring us into the humor either.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they will be joking with us and, just as if we were one of them, because we are just one of them.
Right.
And so I think that's important too, because that's the camaraderie they have with us.
Right.
And so it is a pleasant environment. They're not insecure.
You get right in there and your sleeves up and get right in the middle of it.
And I want to say, it may sound funny, but when we're busy and we have a good crew, enough people to handle it, and everything is going good, it is actually enjoyable to provide a good meal to somebody in a timely fashion that is not, that you can't get this food everywhere.
Right.
So when it's going good, it's really actually enjoyable to work.
Right. Your legs start
Over 102.
Until your legs start hurting, yeah.
We have much better shoes than they had. I have always enjoyed working here. I left and became a teacher for 33 years. But busy, I'll pop in and take orders or help on the grill or whatever. So when you see me in here and I'm not in a uniform, that's happening. We've just came over and it just makes it a lot more fun.
I'm sure you all get phone calls saying, hey, I need help.
Yeah, all the time. But also I wanted to say too, we mentioned one employee that was here 43 years. I want to say that all the employees that has ever worked here has contributed to this flex. If I could think of more names, then I would be afraid that I would leave out some. So I don't want to mention some and leave out others, but every employee that's come through here has made a contribution.
Tell the story about the first 2 employees.
I don't know. Believe it or not, the first 2 employees, and I can't remember the second one's first name, but Lucian Ross, and I think it was Rogers Jones, was the first 2 employees that employed my dad. And Dad, later on in these years, he said Lucian went on to become a real estate mogul, and Roger Jones went on to be an architect. And I'm still here flipping hot dogs.
Well, that being said, I seen Lucian yesterday,
Yeah.
and we talked, and tried to get him to come out here, but he said he was the first employee. One of there was
That Jones.
his started out at 30 or 35 cents an hour, and then you know what his next response was? Look at me now. Reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
No, represent that.
I had great respect
Come on,
for work.
Chris has done.
You can start out here and look where you can go.
Exactly. Is there anything else that you would like to address? I think we've covered just about everything. We also think with employees, it's a big old Christmas party.
Yeah.
I think I contribute to that sometimes too. Can we? Do I make any of that? Yeah.
We're not only buying just one gift, but we buy gifts and put on the table and play bingo for them, and we provide most of the meal. They bring in some potluck. And also, sometimes also usually have an annual picnic, which this time of year would be the good time to have it. And just a few little things to try to do stuff for our employees. Thanks for bringing that up, Donda.
Yes.
I do want to add about how one of our employees working here today, she takes care of her mother.
Right.
So we work around not just her doctor's appointments,
Right.
but we really do value our employees.
Right.
You know, I know Renee mentioned about our teens, but our teens, we allow the fact that they're like, oh, we have homecoming, or sometimes it's just a big exam
Right.
that they need extra help.
Exactly.
They would ask, can we have these days off because I'm going to study for this?
Right.
And we want them to be able to take care of that. And the fact that moms and grandmas and sisters can go see, the plays.
Right.
I just,
That means a lot. Me being a grandmother and a mother, I know how that is. I used to travel with my kids, and my grandkids are now into sports, so I do understand that.
enjoy the milestones of life,
Right.
whether they're the employee having the milestones or they are the person who related to the employees
Right.
having a milestone.
You
You don't only get those once.
you wouldn't be here without them
Absolutely.
and your customers.
However,
What do we always say, people? Customers are number one.
I think our employees are tied with it.
You have to have your employees to be able to serve your customers.
Absolutely.
That it all saw when they came to Dad's visitation. Oh yes, oh yeah, Adrian.
Yeah, for
The whole group
the whole group came.
put their shirts on that we had for the 65th anniversary.
Yeah.
We let them wear them to the funeral. And I thank every one of our employees at the time. Like she said, even a couple of them, but didn't even know him yet. The whole group. And I went back and made a special attempt to thank them for coming.
That's amazing. And I know you all closed too during that for like a day and a half or something to honor your dad. And that's a big staple in the community for you all to even do that.
We closed.
Well, understood.
We closed when my mom passed. We closed when my grandmother and my grandfather passed. This seems the right thing to do. It's respectful.
Right. Well, is there anything else, guys? I think this is a wrap here, but I feel like that we covered a lot. We got some misunderstandings taken care of, and gave a little bit of what the future holds for Chris Dairy Treats. Yes, the potential is the limit, and I feel like that this is going to be good for the community. So stand back, and we'll be posting on Facebook. We're going to be doing some work with Dwayne and them about the social media aspect of it.
Insta talks.
Yes. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we're going to have some interviews with them. We're going to have some interviews with employees. We're going to go pick them out and bring them out and talk to them and let them give their little aspect of how Chris has helped them or whatever they want to talk about.
And I also want to say thank you to Tri-State Media Services.
Thank
for
you.
coming out because it was their calling us, which meant a lot to us because of all the craziness that went on, intervening the voice of the community as well.
You're welcome. And when it happened, me and Michael Boat said, we got to do something. He says, I already know what I'm going to do.
Thank you, Michael.
He's a great guy, and
Thank you, Jim.
he's here to help people. I'm here to help people. I hope this will help a little bit. I'm to be available to help you all.
We got a plan.
Oh no.
The stores.
Yes.
We've still been busy after the fiasco, and I didn't seem to hurt our business one little bit. And we're very thankful for all of you coming out to the Mountain Hot Dog.
Yes.
Actually, the customers got on Facebook and stuck up for us.
Yes.
And I do appreciate the community. Thank you all for doing that. It meant a lot.
Employee.
Yeah. Oh yes. I read all kinds of comments on there, and I was shocked at how many people did come out and start, voicing what good people you all are, and what a great restaurant this is.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you one story, and then we'll go. We had a friend that worked here, and Evan saw her, and they met here, and then they dated, and then he asked her to marry him while they were on the mind. Well, then they met here, and then later, many years later, just a couple of years ago, James worked here, was a wonderful worker, and he is now went through, I forget what it's called, the Fire Academy, and is a fireman in Moorhead. So we are very thankful for that family and their continued support and all that they have done. They've been friends for a long time, but they've always supported the restaurant and worked here in different generations.
And one thing I can say was when I was working here once was the first time I saw this beautiful lady by my side.
Oh,
I didn't have the guts to talk to her that day. I asked one of her friends who she was and was able to find her later on, and here we are.
well, you've got a very lovely wife,
Thank you. I think so too.
and
I pay him to say that.
beautiful lady, or a handsome man.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess it's a wrap. We're gonna go talk to some employees and see what they say, and maybe grab a few customers. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sound good?
We'll probably have to go into work for their
You might.
for them.
Like it's getting busy.